I show you the worst accurate AR/SMG, and now it's time for, well, the worst stability. Basically, how hard it is to control these guns. And I can tell you right now, it's gonna be a thriller. So, of course, the skills are a little bit roughly the same, except I changed a few things. So roughly I changed a few things. So, of course, and to make sure, that means I cannot use any weapon that increased stability. So I had to make sure I have it 0 or none at all. Thankfully, for at least with Steady Grip Basic, I can now get the other, well, the skills I want. So these are the skills I can invest to as much as I can. Since this is definitely not a crit build, so I had to work it up. Thank God for body expertise. And of course, I'd use I had to avoid Staple Shot because it does that increased stability as well. But the two main focus here of the weapon is, yep, the Car 4 again. Not only the weapon can have the worst accuracy for the AR, but it can also has the worst stability for it as well. Like, can you believe that? The Car 4 does everything. It does it. You can make the best setup, or you can even make the worst setup. Seriously, this is basically, this is the AR of the gun mode. It is the fashion AR. This would make female models very jealous of this gun, because this gun has reputation, class, stats, and beautiful and wardrobe, and that it will never complain about of its size and the height. It just goes well with it. I mean, this weapon is definitely would be the gun model of the month. It would be, and you probably look sexy holding where the Car 4, wherever you mod the Car 4, you will look sexy with that gun in the cover of a magazine. I guarantee it. Alright, enough about that. Let's actually see the worst stability. So yeah, I have achieved 0 stability. And bear in mind, you do need to acquire the ownership for these DLCs, as usual. But I did forget to mention, which is different between console and PC, is certain achievements are locked behind it. So if you don't have that achievement unlocked, you won't get these detachments on PC. But if you play on console on the Crime Wave Edition and you have the DLC, well, you can able to purchase them with the Continental coins of how many you have. So, of course, we got the biggest brainer of the stability is the DMR kit. Of course, we lose our ammo as well. So we got the 40. We have the Fun on Fun also, which... oh no, never mind. I was looking at the wrong one. It's we have the ported compensator, which is the only barrel extension that decrease stability a lot. I went ahead with the accuracy boost. Now I could go for the single fire one, but honestly, in single fire, I feel like you have more control recoil than you do in full auto. So I decided to don't include them in, and I can't include auto fire because that increased stability. Which is kind of funny, because I thought having full auto weapon makes the recoil much more harder, but here it actually increases it, or at least make the recoil much more better. Now I have the competition foregrip, which that alone makes it set at a fat 0 with the stability. Now, of course, my gadget, I do try to avoid using the laser sights that increase stability. I went with the compact laser module. I have a straight grip because all the other grips increase stability. Lower receiver because of increased damage. I have a speed pull mag. Well, there are certain mags that doesn't decrease stability, such as the tactical mag, but everything else of the magazine does, except for the vintage mag. Sights, of course, that increased stability, and I had to play the iron sights with it, which I really don't like these iron sights. I don't mind the way they perfectly shape, it's just the color, I don't like the yellow on it. And of course for the stock, I have the war-torn stock. And I have the Frost upper receiver because, well, 2 of these upper receivers increase stability. And I can tell you right now, this looks really, really weird because the DMR kit, it looks like a suppressor, to be honest. It looks like a goddamn suppressor. Except a loud suppressor. So, a loud prayer or a loud presser. And of course, it's also funny that you have the quad zag mag with it too, so I would have basically 60 rounds in my gun, and my total ammo is 60, so all my ammunition is in my gun, so I don't have a spare magazine on me, which is kind of hilarious. Like, why would you try to rob a bank if all your ammunition is inside that gun? Like, what if it's being kicked out of your hands? You're completely vulnerable unless you have, you know, a sidearm, but what happens if this is the only gun you have? And of course my secondary SMG would be the AKMSU. Now that is the worst stability I can achieve. I did try to make it best, I did try to compare with the other weapons, but they have stronger stability, but the AKMSU definitely takes a crown. So I have the ported compensator, I have the single fire, even though I did say I won't use single fire because it just makes it easier. That's the best way I could come up with, or at least try to make it lower as much as I can. And I could definitely tell it's gonna kick out like a mule still, even in single fire. And everything else is just increased stability. Of course I got the AK plastic grip, which reduced stability, got the speed pull max, and it doesn't do anything except for reload speed. And I went ahead with the war-torn stock. So this thing looks ugly, but I'm pretty sure its recoil is going to be even more uglier. Alright, well, there we go. That's, well, that's gonna kick like a mule. And let me see it, and let me see these, let me see, how these weapons will perform. And I definitely know they're gonna kick like a rear horse. Alright, and here we go. I pick Rasmus because, well, I pick it for, I don't know, I just like the, I keep replaying the little quarter message that Vlad has, the whole, my asshole brother-in-law, but I keep always ended up with my asshole brother, my asshole brother. Oh, it was so hilarious. I'm glad people still, I find that Angelus Maria find that funny, when I did it during my, guide. Alright, the stability, let's see. I mean, this looks, at least the model looks okay. But this, oof, I'm still not a big fan with these iron sights.
Got it.
I mean, they're clean, they're pretty thin, which are okay. It's just the color. Alright, so now the problem with these two here is, well, the DMR kit on console, since it got nerfed, I know they buffed these a bit, but I'm gonna say they're not gonna be, I'm gonna burn my ammo probably quickly. But hopefully the bots with the ammo pickup boost would help me with that problem. Alright, I need to rescue your little fat ass. Yeah, I wish you were actually back in Okay, let me see the recoil. Damn, that goes on my bullets. Sorry about that, guys. Always had the problem with the shift. why I need people.
Drop it! Knee! Puszczaj kap! Fucking medic! Medic!
Oh yeah, it does kick. Oh my god, I really need... Give me up! Yeah, well, that's a... Alright, that's my problem right here, is the ammo. They're not that great in terms of efficiently. Of course. Okay, this is a black dozer. Oh, come on. God, I feel like I waste all of that bullets on that dozer. Yeah, even with that AI boost with the ammo pickup, they still don't. They still don't give me more than one, which is pretty stupid still. Oh. Oh. Fuck you! And there's nothing I could do about it. I mean, I still land my head. But, can I even snipe the dude? Oh.
Somebody drop an ammo back!
Oh my god. Oh, this is... Well, it's a one shot for you still, but... The problem is that the ammo pickup is just so trash now. And I definitely would be that person to be mad about. Can I at least headshot you? So I'm not really doing much in the action, but I can't really do much with two weapons that have shitty recoil and they don't pack enough ammo. Okay, at least a lumberyard. Alright, can I go out there when I cooch my shelf? Oh my god. I would have been laughed if I got down by the propellers and I get in custody. But yeah, that was pretty horrible. So yeah, I mean the car 4, I shouldn't expect to be that bad because, I mean the weapon has a very much lower rate of fire to begin with 600 RPM. So it's not really that bad. Of course, it's only bad when you have the DMR kit, that makes it worse. And the AKMSU is, well, use it as a, well, like a pocket AR that just shoots in single fire. So I would definitely say, well, I'm glad I experienced with the zero stability, and of course I don't think the accuracy even makes up for it because your gun's gonna bounce everywhere. You see how I spam the AKMSU to that black dozer? The recoil does go up. It's like being fired crazy, and it's just nuts how it just goes up like that. And the reason I did not include any of the akimboed SMGs for lower stability, which they would have it to begin with, the thing is they already have it lower by default, and you can even lower it even more. And you can see the AKMSU and the Swedish K, they already have at 8 stability, so it's not really that hard to get these weapons to be even worse. So that's why I did not choose them. Plus, I love to roll a solo version of an SMG. So yeah, this is, I would say the only thing that's best for this is just for short heists. Of course, this is not really meant to be serious. After all, I do like to do a certain challenge of having able to have lower accuracy or higher stability. But I will try to make it with other weapons besides the AR and SMG. Hopefully I can do something with the pistol as well, and also hopefully I can find a weapon that can do really good with accuracy and stability at 100, but does not require any suppressor skills. Oops, my bad. But yeah, thank you for watching, everyone. Until next time. I think I lost it. Oh, there it is. Anyway, until then, farewell, and have a wonderful day.